So this is Clausen Has Spoken, episode 12, I think. I don't know. And I'm with Nehemiah. So how are you, Nehemiah?
I'm doing great, bro.
Nice. So ready to go, ready to be back?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Football season starting, right?
Football. Um, we start back weightlifting as soon as we get back. We start that Thursday. Uh, we lift, work out, start practice. February. Then we start playing games in March. So
Okay, and you're just having that season in like the March to May or whatever.
what?
How's the season working? Like, is it just
Uh,
like March to May or?
so we're guaranteed like 5 games, I think, and they split our conference up East and West. So based on how many games you win, you get put in a bracket. Then in the bracket, all the teams that are in the bracket play, and then whoever from East and West, wins all the games. They play against each other for a conference championship.
And everyone makes it into the tournament, so you could be like 0-5 or whatever, and you could still make it or no?
I think you have to win a certain amount of games out of the 5. So I think you probably have to win 3 out of the 5.
Okay, that makes sense actually.
Yeah.
And you're a free safety or a strong safety?
I basically play both.
Okay, would you say like you're better at one, or does it not really matter?
Uh, I'm probably better at free safety than I am at strong.
Is there like a difference, or like I don't know too much about like individual positions, but like is there like a big of a difference?
So like strong would be more like in like coverage and stuff like that. So say he'll go up and play on the guy. Free safety, you're more so calling the calls. Um, you're in the middle of the field. You have to keep everything in front of you, and you're more focused on run plays than you are on pass plays. So
Okay,
yeah.
so you're kind of like a linebacker, but like from like a further distance. Would you say something like
Yeah.
that?
That's basically how it is, except for you have to really focus on both.
Okay, so is it feel different like playing football like during COVID and stuff? Like, do you think it's like how different is it compared to like what you did? I believe your freshman year you weren't doing COVID, so
Yeah, it's way different. So like coming in, we had camp. After camp, we practiced. School started. Everybody came in. All the football players knew each other. Stuff like that. This year coming in, I haven't even like met all the freshmen yet. I still haven't met all the freshmen yet. I don't know who's all on the team. Like right now, we lost some guys because some guys just couldn't finish strong in school. Some guys it just didn't work out. So I probably never even got to meet some of them. So it's really different. Like we practiced we practiced instead of playing games and stuff, and now we're getting before season in the spring, and then we're supposed to turn back around and play again in the fall. So, which I'm not complaining about that. I'm not complaining about that. Football all year round, that's fun. That's fun stuff.
and yeah, why not make it a fall and a spring sport? Why not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that I don't know. That'd be weird, but yeah. So you never met like how many guys did you lose? Do you know?
So we just confirmed that we have like 66 guys on the team now, which is kind of low. It's either 66 or 75, which I know that's kind of like a big jump, but 75, 66, either way, that's pretty small for a football team. So that's what we're supposed to be working with this year during the spring. We did start off with like 100 guys. So
Oh,
yeah, that's how big of a change it is.
yeah. People got to focus on school. I think that's a big thing. And
Yeah.
a lot of football guys I remember like from like my class like kind of dropped after that first semester.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I learned the hard way my freshman year that school, you got to take care of school. You got if you want to be here, if you want to be at school and play football, you want to be at school with your friends and stuff like that, you got to take care of school first.
Yeah, that's a good message to tell people because I don't think a lot of people think that's true. Like especially like people in like high school who think like like they can go to like a D2 school or like get recruited by a D3 school and just think like I just have to worry about football and college will come second.
Yeah, yeah. It's just like high school. When it comes to high school, schoolwork and stuff like that, that's light work. When you come to college, like that's when it gets tough. But it's worth it if you're playing football. Like originally I came here, I'm thinking like I'm just here for football. I don't really care about school that much. School has definitely become a much bigger, like it's become a much bigger aspect in when it comes to my college career. Like I don't want to just be known as a football player that barely got by, barely got through school. Um, like eventually, I hope to get on the dean's list, either next semester, this upcoming semester, or next year, whenever I can. But um, school, like if you can take care of the schoolwork, everything will work out on the field. That's really how it is. Coming in, that's what I learned. You take care of your schoolwork, everything will work out on the field.
Yeah, I think that's good for like anything.
Yeah, like school for me, school's the hardest. School is the hard part. Football is not the hard part.
So when you joined, speaking of school and stuff, so when you joined Lambda Chi Alpha, uh, what made you decide to do it? I don't think I've ever asked you like why'd you want to do it?
So like at first, um, it was Hunter Lane. Well, at first when I first got to school, I was like, I'm not joining any fraternity or anything like that. What? Like that is not me. And then they tried to recruit me my freshman year. They tried to recruit me my sophomore year as well. But I think when did I join? I definitely joined my sophomore year. Like
Yeah,
in the spring I joined. So but it just Hunter Lane came up to me and he was just like, bro, I think you would be really good, a really good person to come in and help out a fraternity, stuff like that. Um and he's like, you're a good guy and everything like that. We would love to have you. And I didn't really think about it. Like I just like, yeah, yeah. And then one day he was just like, I put in a bid for you, blah blah blah. You should go sign it, check it out, blah blah blah. So I just did it. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think twice about it. I just did it. Like I don't know, something just told me to just go for it. So that's what I did. And then that's when Bryce followed me. So Bryce did it too. So if I wouldn't have joined, he definitely wouldn't have joined either.
oh, I didn't know that. So would you say you made a smart choice?
I would say I definitely made a smart choice. The only thing that I think twice about is our dues, but other than that, other than that, like it at first I didn't know what to expect, but it definitely is something that has helped me grow as a man, being, having the responsibilities that we do have, and but also being around a good group of guys, guys that I can call my brother, guys that I can relate to. You know, we all bring something different to the table, and it's fun to be around. So yeah, I don't regret it, not at all.
Yeah, I definitely think that it was like you're a good guy to hang around. Like first I didn't really know you well, but now that I know you, you're like cool dude.
Yeah, I think it. I thought that everybody was probably maybe a little intimidated by me a little bit because nobody really knew what to expect. Because I don't, I don't want to say I come off as intimidating, but I am a African American male who is also big, who is also um, an athlete. So sometimes people could take that a little, you know, because nobody really knows what to expect. I kind of have a resting, you know,
Yeah,
so so people can get a little intimidated when they first see me. So,
yeah,
but once people get to know me, they understand like I'm a loving guy. So
that's true. I go to you.
yeah,
You're like you're built like freaking Zion.
yeah.
But you're Zion. It feels like a foot shorter. Like and he's like 6'10". So I don't even know how tall he is, but you're like built like freaking Zion. So
Only if I was a little bit taller, that'd be
a little
great.
bit taller, you'd be a D1 athlete right now.
Yeah, that's true. That is
Sure.
true.
So what's it say? So your position in the fraternity is the uh, what's it called?
Theta.
Yeah, I forgot like what your goal was. Like what your goal was. Like what you're supposed to do.
So I'm philanthropy.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that's great.
yeah, and community. That is philanthropy. Community service, philanthropy, stuff like that.
So like the social media guy too, right?
Oh yeah, social media guy. I don't exactly like that part. Not gonna lie,
Really?
cause like I don't even keep up with my social media too much. Not unless it's Snapchat. If it's Snapchat, that's light work. That's easy. But when it comes to like Facebook and stuff, I don't even use Facebook.
Oh,
So
same.
it's like, can somebody else be in control of this? Like um, Grant and T said that they were willing to split it and have somebody else do the social media part because I was I don't want to do it. Like
Ah,
like I don't know what you guys want me to say on social media. I don't know what you guys want me to like. It's really not my thing. I feel like you know somebody else could easily just pick it up and be very good at it. Like Bryce. Bryce is decent at the whole social media thing.
yeah, I think he'd be pretty good. I think that he loves talking to people. He loves
Yeah,
he
and
loves,
he keeps up with it. Like he posts his stuff when I don't even think of posting stuff, and he's posting stuff. So it's like Bryce, you can just take the job, dude. Like go ahead.
make him your low theta.
Heck yeah, yeah. Be like I'm your high theta. Sit down.
Uh, so speaking of social media, I wanted to talk to you about the movement that I've been seeing grow on
Hmm.
TikTok. I don't know if you're like aware of it,
Yeah, I've seen it.
or like the cancel porn trend kind of thing that's going on right now.
Yeah.
What would you say about like stuff like that type of movement going on? Would you think it's like worthwhile?
Um, as a Christian and everything like that, I think it is good to see that people, are paying attention to how terrible porn like actually is.
Yeah.
And do I think it will work? Do I think they will cancel it? I think people are going to do what people are going to do, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Like,
sure.
people are going to find ways, to do stuff, you know. But I think it's good that people are trying to, at least trying, because what a lot of people don't know is that, in porn, there's quite a bit of girls in porn that are like not wanting to be there.
Yeah, like sex trafficking.
Yeah, like sex trafficking is actually like very big when it comes to porn. And when you're watching that, I struggle with porn myself, but when you're watching that, you're like supporting it, kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like it's good that people are, trying to do that. Do I think it'll work? No, not really, because the world is going to do what the world does, and the world is literally only going to get worse. But, you know,
Yeah. I think like, the best like the best compromise, I guess, is like if like people don't want like porn completely gone, they could like OnlyFans exist, and like in OnlyFans you have to like prove you're 18. Anybody else you bring on camera would also have to
yeah.
prove you're 18. Stuff like that. It's
Hmm.
better than going on a website that like does no background checks or anything like that, and they just like say, okay, here's your account, go on.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I just think that'd be a better solution. The problem is that people don't want to pay for porn, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. I think the biggest thing is, a lot of people don't realize is that they make it so easy for individuals to find it, to access it, and people don't realize that kids are finding it, kids are accessing it. That stuff's getting in their brains, and I found it when I was like 10 years old. That stuff got in my brain very, very early, and it had a very big impact on my life, and it controlled my life for a really, really long time. And it changed the way I thought. It changed the way I thought about girls, about how, you know it it changes the meaning of what sex is really meant for, what it's really meant.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, like it's not a good thing.
Yeah, especially like with like kids accessing like getting access to it, like you said, like anybody could access it. Like
Mm.
all it takes is the internet, so a laptop, phone, or whatever, and just a Google search, and there you go. I think that's kind of a bad thing. Like I remember I was in Minneapolis doing a mission trip, helping out like inner city kids, and we were at
Mm.
a Y, and then we were getting in the showers, and then like a group of like 8 year olds were watching porn.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not right. I don't like they shouldn't be watching that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think like it has a negative effect on everybody, especially like those sites where like they don't check anything, they don't verify anybody's information. They just say post
Mm.
it and make money or whatever.
Yeah. I think the craziest part is a lot of the people that make it, they don't even think, like, they don't even think about the fact that kids are watching them. I think, I don't know, that I just realized that is that people don't really think about the fact that kids, like little kids, are watching them.
I hope they realize it now. Like
Oof.
that's all I gotta say. I hope they realize it now, and I hope they realize like the damage they can cause. Like I see studies about like how porn addiction can lead to like more aggressive, like abusive relationships, stuff like that.
Hmm.
A lot more sexual assault, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. There's so many things that people don't understand that porn can really lead to. Like, for me, it it changed the way I lived my life. Like, I would rather sit in my room all day watching porn, doing all that stuff, you know what I mean, than go outside and play basketball with my friends, or go find a hobby, or go spend time with my family. Or, I would rather be lazy, sit in my room all day and not do anything. That eventually becomes a big habit, and it eventually affects your whole life. You become a liar. You're lying about the things that you're really, really doing. Um, and once you start lying about that, you're going to start lying about other things. And it's just like I just now have been like this summer is the first time I actually got a hobby. Like, I love to longboard. Like, I just think about how much life I wasted when it came to all that stuff, staying inside the house, not enjoying the world, you know, enjoying the beautiful things in the world. So it can have a really big effect that people don't understand.
So, like, what would you say like changed it? Like, what like flipped the switch in your mind or whatever, and just said that's not good.
Um, I would say one sec. Someday she will, but
Okay, now you're good. So, what like made you like have like turn the switch? I guess on like how you felt about everything.
so it happened my sophomore year when I decided that, sophomore year of high school is when it kind of just flipped. It was like my life, my life sucks. I don't do anything. I hardly even hang out with my friends. Sports is terrible. I lie to my parents all the time. Um, just false satisfaction. What?
Didn't want like a minute and a half of awkward silence. You're good.
Yeah. So it happened my sophomore year of college. I mean, high school, and that was I've always known Christ. Like, I grew up in a Christian family and everything, but that was when I decided to legitimately give my life to God and everything like that. So to turn my life around, I moved out of my parents' house because my relationship with them was not too good. It was actually very toxic, very unhealthy on both sides. So I left. I went to my grandparents' house. That was when I started my battle. Um, that was when I would have days where I would fail. That's when I had days that I didn't fail. Eventually, it got to the point where I just stopped, just stopped completely. And I didn't do it for probably about close to almost 2 years. And then it walked its way back into my life. And um, yeah, it walked its way back into my life. And it's still in my life now, but I fight it. It's something that I'll have to battle, something that I'll have to fight every single day, that lust and that temptation. But yeah, I decided it kind of just clicked for me. I don't know. It eventually you have to decide if this is the life you want to live. Is this the life you want to live for the rest of your life? Or do you want, you know, the thing that helps me fight is realizing the future that I want. Like, I don't want to live my life staying in my bed, staying in the dark, watching stuff when I can go out. I can go live my life, find me a beautiful woman, fall in love, blah, 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 all that good stuff, find find hobbies to do, go watch the sunset, look at the stars, just different stuff like that. Realizing that there's a much better life, a much brighter life beyond, all the porn and stuff like that. It's because honestly, porn is a false satisfaction. You know, people usually go watch porn whenever they might be stressed, or whenever they're really upset, or if they feel lonely, or if they're just bored, they don't have anything else to do. That's usually when people go watch it. So it's like, or some people are just addicted to it to the point where they're like, oh, I need it, I need it, I need it, And I was like that when I was younger. I was really bad like that. Um, like I even made my family miss a movie. We were supposed to go to a movie, and I decided to go in the bathroom, and I was, doing that, and I was in the bathroom for like 2 hours. But that whole entire time, I was, acting like I was actually using the bathroom, like I was constipated and stuff like that. When truth is, that's how bad it was. That's how much of control it can have over you. So yeah.
Yeah, it sounds rough. It sounds like that is just like an instance of battling.
hmm
So, would you say that you feel like this is a winning battle for you?
I started I started winning when I gave my life to Christ. That's when I started winning every single day. Like even if I fail, say I fail for one day, a couple of days, I think the biggest thing is you're winning if you're actually fighting, if you're actually trying, if you're actually giving it what you got. Like some days you're probably gonna cave, but eventually there will come a day where you're just free from it. Like you'll still have that little temptation, or you might have something randomly pop up on your phone or something like that, and it's like, oh snaps. But yeah, but um I started winning once I gave my life to God, honestly. And not only that, I started winning once I actually realized, like, Nehemiah, you are winning. You gave your life to God. Like God, Jesus, he went through all that for you already. Like he battled that stuff already for you. You've won once you've accepted him. And once you realize that, it gives you a sense of confidence, power, you know, it makes you stronger, honestly. And it you want to live like a winner once you realize that, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I like how you said like you won once you gave your life to Christ. I like that.
hmm
I think that that's a good thing to tell people is that
yeah.
you know if you just like if you have God and you believe in Him and you're willing to commit to Him, He already committed to you.
hmm
I think that's a good message to tell people who might be struggling with any type of addiction.
Yeah, any addiction, it's it's the it's the fight. Like if you're struggling, then you're winning. If you're not, then you're losing. Like if you're not even worried about it, if you're just doing it and you don't even care that you're doing it, you're losing. But if you're struggling with it, if you're actually fighting it day to day, you're winning.
Yeah, You know what's weird? Like I had no idea you can actually get addicted to exercising.
To exercising?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, you can.
Have you ever been addicted to exercising?
I think I'm addicted to it now. I love going to the gym. I want to go to the gym literally every single day. Even on my off days, I still want it. Like my active rest day where I'm supposed to just like go walk for like 20 minutes. I would rather go to the gym and walk on the treadmill for 20 minutes just so I can be in the gym.
Yeah, I like it too. Like for some reason, like I'm like doing like I'm just doing the thing, and then like the thing is like I don't really work when I'm at home. Like on
Mhm.
vacation, like on breaks and stuff. I don't like really have a full time job or anything. So
Yeah.
like most of the time, I'm just like sitting at home doing nothing. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna like exercise, go
Mhm.
take my dog for a walk, go for a run, free lift here at my house.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's usually also if you relate like porn to like stuff like that. I usually So the Bible tells you to flee from lustful temptation, stuff like that.
yeah,
The way I flee, or I'm starting to, is instead I'll go work out or go do something active. Something that I love to do. Find a way to try to better myself. So it's not always easy because sometimes it's like, oh, how about I do it first and then go do that? You know what I mean? But it's a process.
yeah. No, that's a good point. Like I think like find new hobbies. I guess like to beat an addiction, like find something else that you enjoy doing.
Hmm.
Like before, like I was just laying around at home a lot of the time. I was just had no free time. I was like I could say like I had like I ate like a ton of food and I didn't work out or anything.
Hmm.
I just like sat around, ate more. Like just I did that was like my only process. Go to bed, and then I eventually started working out. Like at home at least. Like this was like during break. Started working out more. I started door dashing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was listening to the Joe Rogan podcast. I don't know if you listened
Hmm.
to that one, but I was listening. I'm like, you know what? This seems like something I'd like to do. Just
Hmm.
talk to people, and it seems like something I'd be interested in starting, hobby or professionally, whatever. I'm doing it both, I guess. So something
Yeah.
to keep me busy. So I've exercised, I've DoorDash, this, something to, and like sometimes like I forget to eat a meal, which I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
Sometimes I forget to eat two or something. Sometimes I like only eat dinner and I'm like, oh God. But it's better than, just stuff in your face all day.
Yeah. 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 But I say just try to be consistent with all that. You're doing the exercising and stuff like that. Try your best to eat at least 3 or 2 meals a day.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Whenever like I try to exercise every other day. Like I try to go hard on like one day, have
Hmm.
a rest day, and it's usually with like a lot of protein, a lot of fruit.
Hmm.
Also, I've been eating a lot more fruit, and I've now realized
Yeah.
that it's like the best.
Yeah. It
Like
is.
some like literally like there's like a ton of fruit that is just like nature's candy. Like in the words of Rob Lowe, nature's candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's how I see it. Like literally, I go to the store, I like go get fruit. I'm like, wow, that's some good fruit.
Yeah. I'm changing the way I eat too. I feel like the I feel like that's something that has always held me back. Like eating is in the past I didn't really usually eat right. I usually ate whatever I wanted. Like it didn't show really that much that, I wasn't really eating what I shouldn't have been eating. But once I got to college and being a athlete, it starts to have an effect on you. And then like I see when I come back, like freshman year, I came in, I was skinny, I was fit, I looked great. Then towards the end, you start to look at the pictures toward the end, and it's like, what the heck happened to you, bro? And it's the same thing sophomore year. I went back home in summer, got fit, looked great. Come back towards the end of the season, what the heck happened? And now it's like my body's not the way it used to, so I can't eat the way I used to, you know. So I'm trying to change the way I eat, and I feel like that'll make me a better athlete because you are what you eat. So I feel like I haven't been able to perform as well as I can because of the way I eat. So thank God that we have a kitchen in our basement, um, in Lower Arnold. So I'm about to start cooking every single day.
Oh, really?
Cooking.
Nice.
I'll probably come to dinner probably just to socialize, to be honest. But yeah.
Yeah, I usually go to the commons just to get like the fruit. Like I know
Mhm.
it's like as good as natural fruit, but it's still fruit.
It's still fruit, yeah.
I usually go there for like fruit and then like chocolate milk.
Yeah. The chocolate milk.
Of course.
Yeah.
I know for our first chapter meeting, I'm gonna make pasta and meatballs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make pasta and meatballs. Have some uh, not grated, but Parmesan cheese,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
My
Maybe I'll get some salad stuff. Maybe
man.
sure, and then I'll get bread because there's always bread with pasta and meatballs.
Always gotta have bread with pasta and meatballs.
You do. It's like that's like the thing. Like in my family, like at every gathering, like even if it's like Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever,
Hmm.
we have pasta and meatballs, sausage, Italian sausage,
Yeah.
all that kind of Italian food. Like it's just like a rule.
That's because you are Italian, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. But yeah, it's like the rule. Like no matter what, you're having that. Like even if you have like the full Thanksgiving feast or whatever,
Hmm.
you still got to make room for whatever's left on like Italian wise.
I like it. I like it.
It's weird though, because like a lot of my family, like a lot of like some of my family, like the younger kids, like they don't eat Italian food. Like
Yeah.
they'll like Thanksgiving, they'll have like just Thanksgiving food. I'm like, are you just gonna get pasta? They're like, I don't like that. I'm like, man,
I don't like that.
yeah. I think they'll grow. I hope they'll grow out of it.
Yeah. I mean, usually you do grow out of the foods that you don't usually like. As you get older, you start to like it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like green beans, like I did not like green beans. Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, like I did not like them at all. And
Yeah.
I just started trying them. Like I forgot where I tried them at, and then I'm just like, these are actually really good. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
And it's like the thing I eat now. Like if I had to choose like something to eat, like if you're just like, hey, what do you want as a side? I'm like green beans.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah. See, I I used to hate vegetables, but now I absolutely love. Well, I don't absolutely love vegetables. I still don't like vegetables, but I can tolerate them to where I can actually eat them. But now since they make supplements to where like you can buy super greens and you can just put it in your drink. That's what I use now.
Wait, what is it?
So it's called super greens. It has literally like every single fruit you can think of, almost every single fruit you can think of, almost every single vegetable you can think of. And on top of that, it has probiotics in it as well.
Okay.
So it helps with your immune system, and at the same time you're getting your fruit in there and you're getting your greens in there. And you only just drink it every single day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get that. Like
Yeah, it's only like I think it's only like $15 at Walmart. So
decent.
yeah.
Especially like immune system stuff, like especially with COVID,
Mm.
in case like, knock on wood. Uh but like yeah, in case I get COVID or anything like that,
Mm.
strong immune system's the way to go.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Most
Yeah,
definitely.
you should know all about that.
Yeah. I feel like my immune system was not as good before I got it. And then that's when my immune system started kicking in.
All
And
right.
that's when I noticed that I started shaving fat a little bit because my immune system was working.
That's good. So like when you had it, was there anything wrong with you really?
Yeah. I don't usually get sick, and literally that whole entire year before that, I did not get sick once.
Uh,
All of was it 2018 or 2019? All of 2019, I did not get sick once. Then I was like, just wait. God must have been preparing my body for something because I'm about to get something big. Just wait. And then I ended up getting COVID. And COVID sucked. Absolutely sucked. Like back pains, lower back pains. My smell was really off. Like I didn't lose my smell. I could still smell, but it was really off. It smelled like I can't even describe the smell that was literally in my nose literally every single day. But that was bad. Um, I was blessed enough to say I could taste food because I would have cried if I could not taste food. Um, I had a really bad headache. Uh, my body just did not feel good. I was really tired. I really struggled staying awake all day, and I had a fever as well. But Bryce had it way worse than me. He he couldn't breathe. He lost his taste. He lost his smell. He had a really bad cough. Oh yeah, I did have a bad cough too. My cough stayed till for like about a month after I was released. So it was there for a while. Um, but he had a really bad cough. He couldn't breathe. He had body aches as well. Um, he had it way worse than I did. So
oh dang, he lied. When I called him and was asking about it, because like I thought I was like could have potentially had it.
mhm.
I'm like, was it bad for you? And he's like, no, it was fine. I just like had a fever, and I'm like, and now I'm just like, really?
He lied. He was going through it. He lied. Definitely lied. I feel like he does that just to not make himself feel bad.
Uh,
Like I feel like he kind of lied about how bad it actually was, just so he didn't feel as bad. But
yeah, no, that makes. I get, yeah, that sounds like something he would do.
yeah,
But yeah, so wow, I didn't know you went through all that. That sucks.
it did suck. But we was free for 3 months. Now it's back to it again. I can get it. I can get it again now. So
Uh, would you are you gonna take the vaccine?
no, I'm not taking that. Not taking that until everybody else has taken it. And once everybody else has taken it, I don't need to take it. So we're chilling.
What
I
if people don't take it? Well, what if you and someone else don't take it?
It's just like it's weird because everybody, some people are taking it that you wouldn't expect to take it, and then you got people. It's like, why take the vaccine when you literally have people dying from taking the vaccine? Like
Yeah,
it's not 99% safe at all. It's not like the flu shot. It's not like the shots we already have, and you just have people hallucinating, people ending up in the hospital, people dying from it, just different stuff. And it's like, and people are still taking this thing. Goodness gracious. Like,
don't know.
And there's no guarantee that'll even help from the second strain either. So it's like I don't even think there's really much of a point at this point to even get it.
And yeah, because like I know like the second strain is worse.
Yeah, like it's way worse. It's way worse than the first.
Yeah, I think just the best thing to do is people just need to wear a mask.
Yeah,
Just
it's crazy because it's like Australia, they don't have to wear a mask anymore. They're released. They're done. They're chilling. I think there's somewhere else where it's like that too, where they're free to do whatever because they have no more COVID. Um, but yeah, welcome to the U.S. U.S. where nobody listens.
I know, yeah. Like so many people are like, why is everything still closed down? But then it's like, well, can you wear a mask? And they're like, no, I'm not gonna wear a mask. Like it doesn't make sense to me. Like people are just aren't smart.
Yeah,
Like
like just think about that. Like if we would have just did the same thing, like I know I would have definitely hated it every last second of it.
for
But
sure.
thinking about it now, it's like uh, we would be able to live our normal lives.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think I've ever gone out in public and worn and like not wear a mask.
Yeah,
Like I think like every single time I go out somewhere, I wear a mask.
yeah,
And like I don't see what the point is of like going out in public and saying to somebody and like going up and getting close to someone without a mask on.
yeah,
Also, like the people who wear the mask and then see someone who doesn't wear the mask and then get up in their face, even though you're not supposed to be in their face.
hmm
Like, what's the point of yelling at someone who's not going to care?
yeah. That's true. And
Yeah.
then it's the people that are like, COVID's not real for me.
Oh, I hate that.
And then they end up catching it, and it's like, yeah, COVID's not real, right?
Yeah. I think that I think that COVID is bad, and I think that you'll face crappy symptoms like how you did. Like I could face that if I get it. I don't think I would die from it. I think it would be extremely unlikely. I still think
Yeah,
I can,
yeah,
but it's not a risk I want to take. I don't want to have to spend time isolated in my room alone for 2 weeks
yeah,
and then lose my taste of smell or my sense of smell and taste.
yeah. That's the worst part is that you're quarantined for 10, 14 days.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I found out that it's true that you could have COVID and end up not having COVID after 5 days.
Really?
Like you're free from COVID. Like you're perfectly fine.
Really? Huh?
So, yeah, I don't know why they have everybody quarantined for like 10 days, 10 to 14 days, but uh it's already been proven that COVID literally can leave the system. Well, it doesn't leave your system, but you're not contagious after like 5 days.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. They say once you lose your fever is when it's not contagious. If you have a fever, they say once you lose your fever, it's not contagious anymore.
Okay. That,
And I lost my fever within the 5 days. So I was just chilling after that. But
hmm. But apparently, with like the second strain, you might also go blind, is what I.
yeah, that's really scary. That's really scary.
It would be scary. Like if like even if it was like temporary, like even if it was like you temporarily lose your sense of like your sense of sense or whatever it is,
Hmm.
sense of sight or whatever. Like that would
Yeah,
scare me. Like I would not
yeah.
want to be blind for 2 weeks.
Hmm. That's that's why a lot of people are wearing masks and face shields now because apparently it can get in your eyes now. Like if people are breathing in your face, it can get in your eyes and it can have that effect on your eyes now. So,
Wow. Yeah,
so yeah, stay 6 feet away from me.
Good thing our cup hung board is like 6 feet at least.
Yeah.
I can have fun and social distance.
I just feel like everything would be not as bad if people were just more responsible. Like it's very like it's just easily just make some you're going to have to make some sacrifices.
For sure.
But the sacrifices you would rather make the sacrifices than make this everything that's going on go longer or end up hurting somebody or killing somebody in the process.
Yeah,
You
for sure. Like,
know, like I see my teammates, like friends and stuff like that, like on their stories, they're going to full out ragers and just stuff like that. And it's like I hope they don't do that when the season starts. Like I'm if I see like a teammate going to a full on rager or something like that, I'm gonna be like, bro, like what are you doing? Like you realize you can jeopardize everything, bro. And it's like it's very simple. Like it's there's nothing wrong with going out, hanging out with a group of friends, having a small group that you hang out with normally. You know where they're going, you know what they're doing, they know what you're doing. It's cool, it's fine. But if you're going to a party around random people you've never seen before, going to a party you're not usually around those people and stuff like that, and nobody's even wearing face masks. It's like you're really risking it, bro. Like you can bring that home to your family. You could eventually like your parents are older, so it can have a lot worse effect on your parents. It's just it's sad because a lot of people don't realize that if we just make a few sacrifices, you know, things would be a lot better than it is now.
yeah, like another thing about that too is like, let's say, uh, yeah, Trump was like at the time said, you know what, national lockdown or whatever, like businesses are going to close down. We're just going to make a huge stimulus package that gives people like 80% of their salary or whatever,
Hmm.
so they can like still buy food, stuff like that,
Yeah.
and like only like essential workers could do that for like 6 months. And let's say he did that back in March, I think is when all this started happening.
Hmm.
I remember. So like, yeah, March. 6 months would have been September. And so I think like that, like things would be better. Like I think more less people would die. I think
Hmm.
cases would probably still stay the same. If I'm being honest, I think protecting the elderly is something that I think everyone just failed at. I think people didn't realize like we need to protect them, and I think that's stupid. But I just think that's what happened.
Yeah. Like at first before I got COVID, it was like, I don't want to get COVID and I don't want to end up giving it to anybody. Like that was my only real concern is getting COVID and end up giving it to somebody else
For sure, yeah,
and potentially hurting somebody or eventually, probably even killing somebody. So that was my thing. And then now it's like, dude, I don't want COVID at all. Like it just sucks. Like you don't want to have to deal with it. You don't want to be quarantined. You don't want to have to do any of that stuff. It sucks 100%. You should not want it as a person. You should care. Like it's not fun. Young people can die from it too. You're It's very possible that you could lose your taste for a really, really long time, possibly never even get it back. Your smell will probably be jacked up for so long. And now COVID is even worse. So it's like you can be blind for, you don't even know how long you can be blind for. And it's just like, goodness gracious.
yeah. I feel that. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, like when I go to church, like in Eureka, like they do indoor now because it's like winter time, and
Hmm.
so like there's like always like there's people there who don't wear masks and there's people there who do,
Yeah.
and like they're all older people, and like I would like say like sure like I wouldn't wear a mask if like they were like younger people, but they're like all old, old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and like I always like sit in a corner by myself, and like people are like, oh, why don't you sit over here? I'm like, no, no, I'm good. Just sitting farther away from all of you. I'm good.
Yeah. It's like if you're not gonna wear a face mask, you can go sit over there. Like I'm gonna sit over here. We're chilling. Like, but when I go work out, it's a place where nobody has to wear a face mask or anything. So I usually go earlier in the day, so I'm not around as many people. Not a lot of people go in the mornings. It's usually literally the regular people that I see every single day. So that is one place I do not wear my face mask. That's the only place I don't wear it because I know that even if I had the face mask on my face, I'm more than definitely probably gonna pull it down because I can't freaking breathe. But other than that, we have a hand wipes section everywhere, so you have to wipe it down after you're done. I usually I wipe down whatever I'm about to use before I use it. I wipe down the benches before I use it, and then I wipe it down after. And I also continuously wipe my hands throughout, the whole entire time I'm there. And I keep my distance from everybody else too. But that is the only place I don't wear my face mask.
And plus, like that's not like that like sanitary either. If like, because like if you're uh wearing your face mask and breathing like that heavily, all that stuff, and plus you're sweating on your face, and so it's gonna, it's just gross. Like it just seems so gross to me.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't, I don't know why I'd wear a mask in there. Plus, like the longer you have on a mask, apparently, like the less effective it gets. So,
Yeah.
like if I start wearing my mask at like 9 o'clock, and I'm like continuously wear it until like night or whatever, it's just going to be worse because it's going to have more germs, and plus I'm just
Yeah.
like recycled air. Like it's gross.
Yeah.
Like if like you tell me to wear a mask to go to like a night, like an hour class or whatever, sure, I think that's totally fine, and I think it's smart. But if you're saying wear a mask, like you can't wear it, like you, if I see without a mask on and nobody's around, like that's the thing I did a lot. Like when back at school, like if I went to like the Purdue at night and then I was walking back to the house, I would just take my mask off because it was like there's nobody around. I make the sure there's nobody around. Like who would I give COVID to?
Yeah. That's the part that never got me at school is like nobody's around me, so why do I have to have it up? Like what?
Yeah,
Like I could be walking to my room, nobody's even close to me, and if I have my face mask down, I can get in trouble.
yeah, it just doesn't make sense.
I think they eventually got to the point where if you were um, on the resident side,
Yeah,
you could have your face mask down below your nose.
yeah,
Well, you can have it off if you want, but you have to be 6 feet away from whoever.
yeah. I heard about that. I think it's posted somewhere on like
Yeah,
sign or something. But yeah, that.
yeah.
So do you like? All right, I have one. I have one more question, and then I think I might have to go. So,
Okay.
do you think that COVID? When do you think that'll go away? Like to me personally, I think 2022, the
Mm,
start of 2022, will be when I think mask will be a thing of nothing to worry about. I think there will be a new vaccine that's actually effective and won't kill people.
yeah.
So, like, when would you say is a timeline where COVID is like mask free, no, so like that stuff?
I don't know. Only time will tell, but I don't think anything will really be clearing up anytime soon. Honestly, I feel like nothing will really start to clear up unless they actually, like get a legitimate vaccine that like works and not actually kill people and stuff like that. I feel like once they actually legitimately get like a legit cure that actually helps, I think that's when things will start to slow down. Probably slow down very rapidly. But right now, with nobody really like listening and vaccines not really helping much. I, I say I want to say at the end of 2021, but a year can go by literally so fast. So like 2020 went by so fast.
Yeah,
It felt like hell, but it went by fast.
it did. Yeah,
So we'll see. 2021 could be literally another 2020 in disguise. So we don't know nobody knows really what to expect. All we can do is make the best of every single day, make the best of, everything we have, the time we have. And that's about it. That's what I'm doing, just doing what I can.
all right.
We'll see. Hopefully 2021 is when it clears up, but we'll see. It probably won't be till 2022. Hopefully, as soon as possible. Honestly, just as soon as possible.
Yeah, I like that answer. All right, thanks, Nehemiah.
Yeah, no problem, bro. I appreciate you having me on here.
Thanks for coming on.
Hey, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll make sure. I'll see you. I'll definitely see you back at school in, what is it, 3 days now? 3 days or whatever.
We got 2 or 3 days. Uh, Today's Thursday. We got Friday and Saturday.
All right. So yeah, I'll definitely see you Sunday. So
Yeah.
thank you, man, for coming on, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. You too.
All right. See ya.
All right, we'll see you.